Okay, and we're back. Week 8 of the NFL season has come and gone, and it was probably the worst week of football so far. I mean, it was great if your team won and just kicked everybody's ass, but, you know, entertainment value-wise, not great. But let's get into it. Welcome to the newest episode of SDW.
Super Dario World!
Did you ever anticipate that the most exciting game of the weekend would end up being the Bengals versus the Jets? And that nobody watched it because it was the Bengals versus the Jets.
I'm still not sure it happened.
It's just,
If a game happens in the wild and no one's there to observe it, did it actually happen?
you know, that's a fair question. That is a perfectly fair question. It was, man, I'm happy that, you know, we're in bye weeks and there's fewer games to watch because, you know, it's fewer games to track because I try to watch all of them. But it's just, I don't know. I guess we're starting to get finally to the point of the season where it should be clear which teams are good and which are not, right? We should be there. And I guess we just kind of got there really hard this weekend. I don't know. So far, it's been my least favorite week. Let's just overall. But I love that my team won.
Chargers fan, I was pretty happy.
Exactly. So that part's good. Everything else is like, we could have had better football, guys. You know, we could have had better football. And David Martinez, thank you for joining us. Yes, we are back, man. We are. So, you know what? Let's just get into the games. But before we do that, let me just give you a quick reminder that any comments, questions, or suggestions, you can find me at DarioCW and at Super Dario World. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to this channel, all that good stuff. It really helps me out. Apparently, comments also help out if you want. If that's something that you feel like doing, that's cool too. But let's get into it. All right. So first off, right off the bat, we kind of need to mention this because it's going to be a theme. The officiating this weekend was fucking atrocious. And I mean, the worst it's been this season so far. And it's been a pretty bad season. So it was all over the place. You had the Aaron Rodgers where they didn't call the offsides and he thought he had a free play. You had the Tampa Bay Buccaneers where they stole a fumble from them because of a phantom whistle. You had the tush push fumble that was called, what was it? What's the word here? When forward progress, so they couldn't reverse it. And, you know, the Chiefs always getting BS calls. But I just added that for fun, you know, just for tradition. So it was particularly bad. There's a lot we can complain about. But out of all the things, I think the most relevant one is probably the tush push one. Because people are fed up left and right. Because, again, not because of the play. Because of the terrible officiating around it. LG boy saying, yes, sir. Another W. Hell yeah, man. So let's get started. Thursday night football. The Chargers beating the ever-living hell out of the Minnesota Vikings. And for those of you who are saying, you know, like there's the asterisk or whatever, it should have been a pick six. Sure, whatever. We'll give you the pick six. You still lose by 20 points. And you know what? We'll give you another touchdown just for the heck of it. You still lose by 13 points, okay?
Wait, what's the argument that it was a pick six? He didn't catch the ball.
Because people are dumb. So what people are doing is they're saying, they're showing the Travis Kelce catch on the ground. They're like, if this was a catch, how come this wasn't a catch? No, the Travis Kelce one was bullshit, and it happened because it's the Chiefs. Ergo, the terrible officiating that I mentioned a second before. But most people don't know that because most people don't watch the Chiefs games with hatred in their hearts. You know what I'm saying? But
I feel like at this point we kind of do.
Everybody? No, because most people don't.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, it feels like they're in prime time every fucking week, and at home every fucking week. It's very annoying. Chuck Dominguez late to the party. It doesn't matter. Thanks for joining us. David Martinez, best way to start the football week. Hells yeah, man. That's why, you know what? There's no football stuff on Tuesday, and so that's why we do the show on a Tuesday. Because it's like, what else? What else is there? Nothing. Anyway.
Nothing.
Silence. Yeah. So the Chargers. First off, the uniforms looked awesome. They should just use that more, like at half the season. And I saw, you know, like a fan rendering of an away version of this uniform where the blue pants, blue helmet, and a white shirt, it looks phenomenal. Do that. They look great.
All the fan stuff usually looks way better than the official stuff.
Right? So just get rid of the yellow. The yellow was stupid. Let's focus on this. This looks good. It looks great. Do more of this. But anyway, a little bit of bad news from the game. Cornerback Tarheeb still had an MCL sprain. He'll be out for 2 to 4 weeks. Hopefully it'll be closer to 2 weeks than to 4. Fortunately, next week they play the Titans, so it's not that big of a deal. And on the Vikings front, quarterback Carson Wentz has a left shoulder injury. He needs surgery, so he will be out for the season. So this man was out there playing with a season-ending injury, and they wouldn't take him out of the game? Jesus Christ. What did he do?
Somebody off.
Did he, like, I don't know, bang Kevin O'Connell's wife or something? His mom? Why the hell did they try to kill him? You know what we're saying? You know, what's the joke that we always say about Carson Wentz? It's like, oh, he's the most exciting man in the NFL because every play could be his last. Turns out this game, yeah, kind of. He's, again, season-ending.
It might have been.
Yeah, so that sucks. Chuck Dominguez saying 100 times better than yellow piss. Yes, I 100% agree. So how did Carson Wentz do? First off, our defense looked phenomenal. 5 sacks, 1 INT. The Minnesota Vikings only had 34 rushing yards and 164 total yards. So the rushing yards is the truly good part because the Chargers had been gashed on the ground for every single week going back to the week 3. So them finally stopping somebody is great. Turns out having Khalil Mack there the entire game, pretty good for the defense, pretty good for stopping the run. And like I said, Carson Wentz looked terrible. Like the Minnesota Vikings overall looked terrible. They're being dominated by defense, dominated by offense. Justin Herbert, even though he got sacked twice and threw a pretty bad pick, 18 out of 25, 227 yards, 3 TDs, ran 7 times for 62 yards. They had 0 punts the entire game. 0. I hadn't seen that in a minute. And from a Greg Roman offense, I hadn't seen it ever. So having Joe Alt back, pretty good. And slowly but surely, we're gonna be getting players back. They had a mini bye, so I'm feeling a whole lot better than I did a few days ago. Well, a week ago. The team looked really, really bad. Now it's like, okay, so you're starting to get your most important players on each side back, and it shows. It shows what having your starting left tackle does to your team and your starting defensive end. So all good things. Overall, great game. They looked great. Everything overall, minimal injuries, and again, they'll be getting healed up a little bit more, little by little. And they got an easy game against the Titans this week. So all good vibes all around in LA. On the other hand, Minnesota, terrible vibes. So who knows if JJ McCarthy's going to play? He supposedly has an ankle thing, but he jumped over Jay Jettis in the middle of a game. So people were like, what the fuck did the Vikings make a mistake with leaving Sandon, all that stuff? The issue is we haven't seen the kid play. And until we see the kid play, we don't know what the hell they are. So unfortunately for them, they have a game against the Lions coming off a bye week. So, like I said, the opposite of good vibes over there in Minnesota. Thoughts on this game?
I would say, oh man, I have no good vibes on Minnesota whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
I would say I was kind of looking forward to Carson Wentz, or I kind of want to see him get his flowers. I feel like
his redemption story.
Yeah, it feels bad to see him just keep going to every team and giving his all. Like the dude, he'll give his all, even if he's a backup for a team that clearly doesn't care for him. And it just sucks to see him always, every season that I can remember, it's just injury.
Dude, the story or the vibes also turned on Kevin O'Connell. Everybody's like, dude, why are you keeping that guy on the field? Why didn't you keep Sam Darnold? So the things, again, they're turning on the head coach. They're turning on everybody. So it's, again, when you get your ass beat, that kind of tends to happen. But what can you do? I mean, you just play terrible football, and you're really injured, which is unfortunate. But you know, them's the football gods. They're cruel. Next, again, the most exciting game of the weekend that nobody watched. We have the Jets finally getting a win, beating the Cincinnati Bengals 39-38 in probably the most the most embarrassing loss of the weekend. Why not? Big notes from this game. For the Bengals, defensive end Trey Hendrickson, their best defensive player, is day to day. He got injured. He injured his right hip. He is day to day. And quarterback Joe Flacco is also day to day. He looked fine in the game. The reason why the Bengals lost is not because of Joe Flacco. They lost because of the defense. They started the fourth quarter up 16-31. Okay? That's a 2 scores leading in the fourth quarter, and the defense they couldn't stop the Jets. Justin Fields looked good. Breece Hall looked phenomenal. He had 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, and one of them was him throwing a touchdown. So the Jets also made like really dumb, weird decisions. So they were down by 2 scores, and the head coach, they score 1, and then the head coach goes like, "We're going for 2." And everybody and their mother was like, "Huh? You're down by 14. What are you doing, guy? Like, why are you going for 2?" But they go for 2, and they don't get it at first, but then they overturn it. Now, that one is debatable because to my eyes, the Jets player did not cross the end zone, but they gave it the 2 points to them anyway. And then they get the ball back and they score again, and now they're up by 1. So the head coach now looks like a genius. But to me, it's like, why do you take that risk there? You just put yourself in a position where you had to get 2 points afterwards just to tie. It makes no sense. But then again, it's the Jets, so it makes perfect sense that it doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? Anyway,
they try their hardest even when they win.
Yeah. So, I mean, good for them, I guess. I mean, Justin Fields was talking about after the game that he was crying in his closet and all that stuff. And it's like, oh, also Aaron Glenn was being a jerk to the media before the game. He didn't want to say who the starting QB was, and he was like, "I don't wanna." Basically, it's my decision. I don't want to tell you. So good for them. They got a win. Just the vibes are still not good in New York, and you beat the Bengals. So Bengals dropped a massive opportunity, by the way. So, but then again, it's the Bengals. So, anybody surprised? Bueller.
Well, they're still at the top of the the Steelers.
They had an opportunity to go up there and I think tie. I don't know.
Yeah, they got the tiebreaker. They would have won there.
Yep. Anyway, next we have the.
Well, actually, I wanted to bring up. Do you know who has, now that the Jets have broken their embarrassing losing streak, who has the longest active losing streak in the NFL?
Is it the Saints?
Nope.
Is it the Titans?
Nah.
Ah, man, which are the other loser teams? Not the Dolphins. Who is it?
The Cardinals.
Ah, I forgot they exist. They didn't play this week.
5-game losing streak.
Jesus Christ. Oof. That stings. All right, anyway, next. I shouldn't be surprised. Like, that makes perfect sense. The New England Patriots beating the ever-living hell out of the Cleveland Browns while getting beaten to hell. I'll explain. But before that, injuries. Star running back Quinshawn Junkins, rookie, he injured his ankle in the game. He is day-to-day. However, he wasn't doing much in the game before that. Drake May, looking phenomenal, had a perfect second half of the game, 18-24, 18 out of 24, 282 yards, 3 TDs, 50 yards on the ground. However, he got sacked 6 times through an INT, and also the Browns also got a fumble recovered, and they got the first onside kick recovered of the season. So, congratulations to them on that.
Don't they always have that?
I don't know.
I feel like they always get that.
I guess. I don't know. I don't remember it. But here's the fun part. That onside kick recovery happened after quarterback Dylan Gabriel had a check down safety. Now, I can see by your face that you don't know what the fuck a check down safety is. That's
Wait,
when.
wait. That when there's gonna be a 2-point conversion and
Nope.
then the team like interceptions and goes
Nope.
the other way?
No. So you know what a safety
Am I
is, right?
close?
No. You know what a
Yeah.
safety is, right?
Right.
Okay, when the quarterback gets down, or when he goes through the end zone in the back, or when he gets tackled in their own end zone, right?
Ooh, wait. Is it if the quarterback passes it to like a receiver in the end zone and they get tackled in there?
No, that's just the normal safety. It's when
Okay.
you know what intentional grounding is?
Right.
It's when the quarterback gets called for intentional grounding in the end zone, so it counts as a check down safety. So the onside kick was actually done immediately after the check down safety. So it was actually pretty cool, except, it's the Browns and they fuck up everything and they managed to fuck that one up. So when they do a safety on you, you have to do a kickoff. So not only do you give the other team 2 points, you have to kick the ball to the other team, right?
Oh, so they just took it back.
Exactly. So I mean
that's cool.
that's pretty cool. Except it's the Browns and they didn't do anything with it. Dylan Gabriel's days are numbered, in my humble opinion. I think it's just we're in the what do they call it? The countdown to Shedeur Sanders. The vibes in Cleveland are really bad right now, and the man who is the most upset is one Mr. Myles Garrett, who had 5 sacks in this game. He is the first player to do that and lose by more than 3 points. So, again, history, not that type of history. And he also set the record for the most sacks by a player under 30 years old, 108.5, surpassing Reggie White. So, this man is having a historic career and gone absolutely fucking nowhere. So, this is why, Myles Garrett, you do not take the money to stay in Cleveland. You had the opportunity to maybe escape. You should have taken it, but you took the money. So I can't feel bad for you. And yeah, he looked pissed. He looked really pissed. You can see him smashing his helmet, and they were putting up the graphic of 5 sacks, blah blah blah, and he was just smashing his helmet on the ground. It's like, yeah, that dude does not look happy at all to be there. But who knows what happens?
Them's the Browns.
It's the Browns. They'll do something stupid, You know what? Maybe Dylan Gabriel is the next fucking Tom Brady, and they're just gonna cut him, and he's gonna play great for, I don't know, the Jaguars or something. It's gonna be stupid, but whatever. Okay, not the Jaguars. I have all the franchises that could have mentioned. He's gonna go for the 49ers and do great, but whatever. Next, we have. Okay, so this one is the contender for maybe the most embarrassing loss of the week. The Miami Dolphins beating the snot out of the Atlanta Falcons 34-10 in Atlanta. Holy crap. I have no idea.
Wait. Hold on. Okay, continue.
Okay. So, I have no idea where the hell this Miami defense has been, but holy crap. They kept the Falcons rushing game down to 45 yards. That's a rushing game that has one Bijan Robinson, maybe the best running back in the league. They held him to 25 yards on the ground. It was crazy. Again, I don't know where this defense has been all season or where that offense has been all season, but I guess maybe playing Kirk Cousins inspired them. Kirk Cousins, what can you say? This is your $100 million backup, guys. Like, congratulations, Falcons. Smart. Great. That play just continues to just make you look like total fucking geniuses. So, now you ended up with the biggest loss at home in 4 years. Congratulations. Again, seriously. Smart stuff. Everybody there, total geniuses. You did not hire Bill Belichick. You paid $100 million to Kirk Cousins, and it gave him a no-trade clause. And you drafted a quarterback in the first round. So, in hindsight, drafting a quarterback in the first round does not look terrible. But wasting the $100 million, on one free agent does. So, no matter how you want to see it, it was a stupid move. So, anyway, on the other hand, Tua didn't have an eye. And he played the best game.
What you fucking deserve.
Exactly. And he played the best game of the season so far with one eye. So, you know what they say. You should wear a pirate patch for the rest of the season. Or until, it doesn't work. But yeah, 20 out of 26, 205 yards, 4 TDs. Keep doing that. Just, if your left eye don't work, just stop using it. Patch it up. Next, we have kind of a sad game. The New Jersey Giants getting their asses beat by the Philadelphia Eagles. But the loss is not really what hurts. What really hurts is losing one running back, Cam Scatterboo, with a dislocated ankle for the rest of the season. This sucks. This kid was one of the reasons why watching the Giants was not total torture. It was actually fun to watch. You actually played fun football. And now the Giants are without their number one running back and without their number one wide receiver. And things look grim in the future. Also, the officiating in this game was terrible. Already mentioned it. But on the other hand, the Eagles offense looked pretty good. Jalen Hurts scored 4 touchdowns. Saquon Barkley, 150 yards on the ground and 1 TD.
I am starting to wonder if... Oh, sorry, what?
No, continue.
Uh-oh.
Continue.
Am I here?
Yeah. What's up? You said you're starting to wonder.
Okay, just my Wi-Fi has gone to shit. No, I am starting to wonder if the Eagles are actually...
Did you stop talking?
Oh no, my internet is fucking gone.
Just keep talking. I'll let you know if it stops.
I stopped talking because I stopped... Okay. Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if the Eagles is finally starting to turn it on for real. And in general, who are going to be actually the teams that we can legitimately call good. Because honestly, they felt kind of like frauds most of the season.
Yeah. I mean, the thing they were missing is actually turning on that running game. And again, this is the first game. Saquon Barkley's looked good, but I think he also had a hamstring injury, so we don't know how bad that is yet. And their defense looked pretty good. 5 sacks. They limited the production of the Giants all around, so we'll see. Again, this may be the moment where we see them, turn their season around, but we'll see. Next, another beatdown. We have the Buffalo Bills dominating the Carolina Panthers 9-40. Big news from this one is defensive tackle Ed Oliver, one of their best defensive players, has a torn bicep. He will be put on IR and will be out indefinitely. So that's not good for their defense, which was already not great. You know what was great? Freaking James Cook, running back James Cook, 19 rushes for 216 yards and 2 touchdowns. Those 216 yards are the most by a player this season. So, yeah, keep doing that, Bills. You'll keep winning games. I guarantee it. On the other side of the field, Andy Dalton played here, and he just looked terrible. He had, well, not only was he sacked 7 times, he threw 1 interception and had 2 fumbles. The interception was dumb. The first fumble was hilariously dumb, and the third one was a normal fumble. It was atrocious. It was probably the worst game I've seen Andy Dalton play, and I've seen him play pretty bad games. Are you, what's up? What happened? Did you leave? Oh no. Are you done? Eric is done. That sucks. Let me see if I can fix him a little. All right. Are you back? Eric?
I hope so. My internet is garbage.
All right. Oh, man. Fixing it's going to be weird. So I'm just going to have to go full screen here for a second. And let me see. Is it this one? Nope. This is going to be very difficult to fix. You're out of it. Ah, man. Nope. That's not it. That's not it. Damn it. All right. So I'm just going to go to the break logo real quick, but I'll still kind of be here. I just need to fix something real quick. Come on. All right.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Hopefully everybody's okay. All right. So Chuck the Mix is saying, dude, I felt bad for the New Jersey Giants or the New Jersey Gaints. I don't know. Next, interesting matchup. We had the Chicago Bears visiting the Baltimore Ravens. And I said interesting because one team was on a hot streak. One team was dead in the water. And it turns out that Snoop Huntley's a way better quarterback than Cooper Rush. I have no idea why the Ravens played Cooper Rush so much. Clearly, Huntley was the guy. The final score 16-30. Ravens win. And like I said, Huntley looked good. 17 out of 22, 186 yards, 1 TD. He also rushed 53 yards. He looked like he could keep the offense operational. The team looked like they didn't really miss much of a step. So they look closer to what they are with Lamar Jackson, so they didn't have to modify their style much. Derrick Henry looked okay. 21 rushes for 71 yards, 2 TDs. So I don't know what the Cooper Rush experiment was, but it was stupid. Fortunately, they still have time to turn their season around. Everybody else in their division lost, so they are still the favorites to win the AFC North, and it's because they have a pretty cupcake schedule moving forward. And Lamar Jackson allegedly will be playing this Thursday, so we'll see how that goes. On the other side of the field, Caleb Williams, man. I don't know if he's good or not. Actually, I'm leaning more towards he's not good at all, because he looks really good on scripted plays. Once he's off script, he's really not that good. He's really not that accurate. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure Ben Johnson's not happy about that. He prefers, I mean, I would prefer having an accurate quarterback, so I wouldn't be shocked. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if they try something else in Chicago. Not right now, but eventually. I don't see Caleb and Ben Johnson working on the long run. They could. I mean, it's only their first season together, but we'll see. It's just, again, it's a very, very clear difference between the scripted plays and the unscripted plays. So we'll see how that goes. Next, we have the San Francisco 49ers being dominated by the Houston Texans, 26-15. Houston Texans look good, man. CJ Stroud, back to form, looking like he did in his rookie year. 30 out of 39, 318 yards, 2 TDs. He did throw 1 INT, but, you know, it's whatever. Still won the game. On the other side of the field, the 49ers. The Mac Jones experience did not work out against that freaking defense, man. It's gnarly. Sacked twice, 1 INT. They only allowed 48 rushing yards. That's Christian McCaffrey. And they kept him down to under 50 yards. So, I mean, is it that the 49ers are too injured now? Can they not recover? Or is it that the Texans are actually the truth and they're starting to get their act together? We'll see. The Texans face the Broncos next, so it should be an interesting matchup. And the 49ers, I don't recall immediately, but I don't think it was an easy matchup either. What are you doing? Is everything okay over there? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. What's up?
Okay, so I'm like 6 seconds behind or something because of my internet. So I'm just gonna put my opinions up here.
Okay. Fair enough.
Does that work?
Sure. Why
I'm
not?
sending a message to the future.
Okay, so for the people who can't see the video, Eric's saying that the Texans are looking better. So there you go. Next, we had the Tampa Bay Buccaneers beating the ever-living hell out of the New Orleans Saints. Baker Mayfield did not do much in this game. It was the freaking defense of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers that had 5 sacks and 4 turnovers. And they should have had like a one of those go back for a touchdown, except, you know, the refs stole it from the player with a phantom whistle, which is BS. But yeah, the Saints got nothing on offense, man. Nothing. They finally looked like the worst team in the NFL. They benched Spencer Rattler after 2 turnovers. So we got to see rookie Tyler Shaw for the first time. He did 17 out of 30, 128 yards and 1 INT. That INT is not on him. Honestly, it was the receiver's fault. But they got nothing. They need a core. If that's the best they got nothing. So they might as well just tank to see if they can get a good QB next draft. Because so far, yeesh. Not good. ChatGPT says, fun first half. Fun fact time from ChatGPT. Okay, what's the fun fact, Eric? Share with us the fun fact. I don't know if you can see me. Can you hear me? I'm saying just share the fun fact.
Yes, well, now that I've arrived at the future.
Okay.
I can hear you now.
Perfect.
So I'm just gonna continue here. The ChatGPT fun fact of the day.
Fun
It's
fact
actually
of the
kind of
day.
a twofer here.
Okay.
And I will see you react to it in approximately a minute, probably.
All right. See, can you see my finger up?
So, in 1982, Mark Mosley became the what? Okay, so I heard you say something about the finger now.
Okay. Can you see my finger up? I'm just curious.
How far
to see.
back is that?
That
Stop doing that.
That's like 3 seconds. Anyway, just do what you were gonna say. Go ahead. Go ahead. Eric from the past.
1982, Mark Mosley became the only kicker in NFL history to win league MVP.
Okay. All right. Interesting fun fact. What team did he play for? But all right, let's continue because I have no idea who Mark Mosley is. We'll continue. Next, we have.
And I'm gonna interrupt you here so that it fits in perfectly here. And apparently, no wide receivers have ever won MVP.
Really? Huh. That's not too surprising. The.
That's all I got.
All right. Cool. Thanks for sharing.
I'm going back to the future.
You're going back to the past. Anyway, the Denver Broncos dominating the Dallas Cowboys. And you know what they say? It's like the perfect example of defense wins championships. And I've said this many times before. You can win without an offense. You can't win without a defense. And holy crap, the Cowboys are just a massive glass cannon. And the expression, the immovable object versus the unstoppable force meets the unmovable object. Immovable object won on this one. Total domination. Dak Prescott looked terrible. He got sacked twice, threw 2 INTs. He got benched towards the end of the game. On the other side of the field, Bo Nix looked really good. 19 out of 29, 247 yards, 4 touchdowns. It sucks, but the stupid Broncos are looking pretty good. They're starting to get their stride. Now, it's going to be a big test against the Texans this week because that's a nasty defense. So, if I'm a Broncos fan, I'm not sure how I feel about this one yet because they scored a lot of points, right? The offense actually operated for 4 quarters. Bad doo-doo. Eric's saying this is bad doo-doo. Donkeys, bad doo-doo. So I'm not sure. Made me lose my train of thought. But, oh yeah. So they were able to score on every single quarter, I think. Or they operated the entire game, but it was against, the Cowboys, who have no defense. And the very crappy defense that they do have got injured in the secondary for the most part. So, the true test is against the Texans. We'll see how that goes. David Martinez, Broncos defense is going to be a bit less scary if Surtain is out. Surtain, actually, I forgot to mention this. Patrick Surtain has left pectoral strain, will miss multiple games. So I think he's going to miss the Texans and the Chiefs, if I'm not mistaken. Chuck Dominguez saying, we're still number 1 in the division. For now, buddy. For now. Bonito plays muy bonito. Yes. That man is scary. But we'll see how they do without Patrick Surtain and against the Texans defense. That'll be honestly, it's probably going to be one of the better games next week. Or we're hoping it is. Next, we have the Indianapolis Colts, just beating the ever-living hell out of the Tennessee Titans. The Tennessee Titans, everybody was like, all right, they're going to have an interim head coach. Will they get that bump from firing their former head coach? Turns out, nah, not so much. They still look like garbage. Mike McCoy looks like he got hired to tank for the rest of the season. So, I mean, you can just tell. They're not there. They're not there at all. They're barely even trying. On the other hand, Jonathan Taylor looks pretty good. Looks like the MVP of the league. In fact, that was the conversation for most of the freaking weekend. Like, is Jonathan Taylor going to be the MVP? If he keeps playing like this, I don't see why not. Another game with 3 touchdowns. Was 153 yards on the ground and plus a catching touchdown, 2 TDs on the ground. It was crazy. Man's unstoppable. What the hell happened to my camera? So if it's not one thing, it's the other, man. Ah, damn it. So I'm gonna try to fix this, but I guarantee nothing. All right, did that work? Did that fix it? Man. God damn it. It's just one of those days, isn't it? Stupid. This is stupid. God damn it.
Oh, apparently his camera fucked up.
It took you that long to
hello,
hear.
me.
It took you that freaking long? Jesus Christ. God.
It's bad. It's really bad.
So, man, this is really annoying. But I'll just Eric, just act. You know, just do something fun for the camera.
Okay.
And just
Okay.
pretend like you're me.
I can. You talk and I'll just go. I'll be talking.
All right. Okay. So it'll look like you're talking. I'm gonna put you even up with an image. So there you go. All right. So, I like eating doo doo, pee pee caca. Actually, you know what? If you can hear me, that means that you're on time now. So you should be able to speak normally.
Am I on time?
I think so, yeah. All right, so fill in a little
I kind of like miming though. All right, so how am I gonna mime the I hate the Broncos? Well, anyways, so back to the Colts Titans. I mean, talk about fucking predictable. Am I right?
Yep, definitely.
But man, I mean, the Titans are clearly not good, but I'm still not looking forward to that game because I don't believe in easy Charger wins.
Oh no, definitely not.
And this seems exactly like the type of game we would lose to, and the exact type of team we would lose to.
I'm back. I fixed it. I think. Hopefully. You know, let me knock on wood. That was annoying. Yeah. I mean, doesn't matter. Colts beat them. Daniel Jones looked great. 3 TDs too. The defense looked great. The stupid Colts look great all around. Screw them. I hate them. Next, we have Sunday Night Football. An opportunity for Aaron Rodgers to make history. Pittsburgh Steelers hosting the Green Bay Packers. And what happened? Aaron Rodgers got embarrassed on primetime wearing the stupidest uniform I have ever seen. Good God. Why would you wear this on primetime? Why would you wear this ever? Jesus, I thought the yellow uniforms from the Chargers were disgusting. This is the worst thing I've ever seen. And the pants just make it worse. It's like a weird sand color. It's the most disgusting looking uniform I've seen in my life. Why wouldn't they make the pants black at least? You know, that would look at least a little bit more presentable. Jesus Christ. So not only do you get your ass beat, not only do you not make history, you have to do it wearing this. Jesus. Honestly, if I'm Aaron Rodgers, I'd just retire right there.
All meanwhile, the Green Bay Packers look like a modern day Sprite.
They look pretty cool. That uniform is actually pretty decent. It's one of the better ones of the color rush or whatever. Well, it's not a color rush thing, but it's, Jesus Christ. David Martinez, fuck yeah, full screen, Super Eric World. Never.
Let's go. The people have spoken.
It was just David. David knows nothing. Actually, I don't know if David knows more about the NFL. I don't know how the standings are currently in our league. He might be beating me, but he knows nothing. Anyway, yeah, Aaron Rodgers, opportunity to become the 5th player in the history of the NFL to beat every single team in the NFL. So now the question is, unless these two meet in the Super Bowl, which I doubt, will Aaron Rodgers come back for one more season, and will he play specifically for a team that plays against the Packers just so that he can get in the history books? Because, to be honest, I totally would. Would you?
Well, I mean, he still needs to fulfill the Brett Favre career trajectory of going to the Vikings.
Honestly, that's one of those things where it's like, why didn't the Vikings get Aaron Rodgers again? Because it was pretty widely reported throughout the offseason that Aaron Rodgers was interested in playing for the Vikings. And the Vikings were like, nah, we got J.J. McCarthy. We're good. So, in hindsight, that's not looking too great. But again, J.J. McCarthy might be the truth. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see. But right now, your season's not looking too good. On the other side of the field, Jordan Love. He looked pretty good. 29 out of 37, 360 yards, 3 TDs. If you're a Packers fan, I'm pretty sure you're like, I love you, Aaron. Thank you for the Super Bowl, but we're good with Jordan Love. We're good. We'll keep this one. Thanks. Thank you for your service. See you later. Best of luck out there. So, sucks for them, I guess. Next.
These are Wisconsin people. They're like they're I could see them being like immediately, Rodgers. He's out. Is like, oh, I hate that guy.
And maybe they throw cheese at him. Next, we have the Washington Commanders losing to the stupid Kansas City Chiefs 7-28 after playing a pretty decent first half of football. I'll be honest. The second half just got really, really out of control. It was frustrating because in the first half, they had opportunities for field goals and they didn't take them. Now, to be fair, they hired their kicker, I think, that day. So fair enough that you don't really want to test your guy, but why not test your guy? I don't understand it. Like, there was one where they were 4th and 1. I think I get that one. But another one where they were 4th and 6. Dude, whatever. And they were within 55 yards. Doesn't matter. Patrick Mahomes, 25 out of 34, 299 yards, 3 TDs. I almost texted you something before this game. Actually, Sunday night. So, Eric and I went up against each other in fantasy football. I was up by like 60 points. I had no players. I had my kicker left, and Eric only had Patrick Mahomes left. And I was about to text you in the middle of the night, like, if I lose this fucking game, I'm jumping out of a fucking window. Because it's happened to me before. Fortunately, it did not happen. So I saved myself there. But I was like, this has to be a W, right? This finally has to be a W. But once the game started and the Frogman threw an interception, I was like, yes, no windows today. So I beat the ever living crap out of you. 150 something to 80 something. You loser. Anyway, my team looks pretty good. Well, in my
defense, the Falcons fucked me over.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's your own fault for not paying attention that Drake London wasn't playing. It's your own fault. But anyway, on the other side of the field for this game, Marcus Mariota looked terrible. Yeah, 2 INTs, 21 out of 30. The first half, he looked great. Second half, I don't know what the hell happened to the Commanders in the second half. It's, again, the Chiefs' superpower, they have 2 superpowers, right?
Luck.
2. First, they're lucky. And the stat that proves that they're lucky, and they even mentioned this in the game, is that they've had like 7 fumbles this season, maybe 8. All of them have been recovered by them. So every single time they put the ball on the ground, they've recovered it. So that's crazy unlucky. And I'm sorry, that's crazy lucky. So they're lucky. That's a phenomenal superpower to have, okay? Especially when you're good and talented and well run. I hate them. You could also argue that the refs are on their side. You could also argue that that's also luck, but whatever. I'm going to put that one aside. The other superpower that they have is that they make other teams stupid. I do not know why, but every single team that plays against the Chiefs, they lose 20 IQ points because they just start making dumbass decisions left and right. Like, I don't know, not taking field goals when you could. Like, throwing a 30-yard bomb on a 4th and 1 instead of trying to run it. Like, I don't know, throwing down the opposing QB to the ground after you already got the sack and the refs were beep, beep, beep. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do it because it's a totally beatable team. And yet, those 2 things have given the Chiefs more victories than any other thing in their stupid Super Bowl era run or whatever. Or I don't know how you want to call it. Let's see. David Martinez there.
Talking about...
Chiefs keep getting lucky. 7-7 at the half. would have been different with Daniels at the helm. Yeah, again, it's part of them being lucky. So they'll probably play the Broncos without Patrick Surtain. That's very lucky. It's what can I say? What can I say? The schedule also seems to be favorable to them because the hardest games of the year were at home, except the next week against the Bills where they will go to Buffalo. But most of the harder games they were at home. Like they had the Eagles at home, they had the Lions at home. The away game against the Chargers was in Brazil, so it was a neutral thing. So it's lucky. Anyway, any thoughts on this game, Eric?
Yeah, I don't like the Chiefs. I'm not a big fan of them.
They are poo-poo caca.
And also,
Chiefs voodoo magic won't die.
If I ever become a Batman writer, I think I found a cool superpower for a villain.
Okay.
Which is it's a villain who makes Batman dumber.
Okay.
So he can't do contingency plans and all his bullshit because every time he tries to, he just comes up with like dumbass plans and he overthinks it. And it turns out that it was like the simple solution all along, but for whatever reason, Batman just thinks himself into deeper holes.
The solution was just beat the ever living crap out of this guy. That's it. Can't tell you how many problems have been solved by violence, especially in Gotham City. But anyway, that's it. That's the recap of this week's NFL games. Is there anything else that I'm missing here? Anything else that we need to mention? Because it was actually a short one.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, well,
How long did we go on this one? Considering I was technically in the past for like half of it.
It's like 47 minutes so far, including the little intro that's like a minute and stuff like that. So it's not too bad. Not too bad.
Not too shabby.
Yeah, I'm good because I'm not as tired this week. Today, I did wake up at 3 a.m., but I managed to take a nap, but still tired. Anyway, as always, comments, questions, suggestions, you can find me at DariusDW and at Super Dario World. Again, like this video, share this video, subscribe to this channel, all the good stuff. It really helps me out. Eric, is there anything you want to shout out?
I do. I just wrote it down. Hang on. There it is, I believe.
Fuck the Chiefs.
Yeah.
All right.
That's it right there.
Fair enough. All right. As always, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again next time.